Once again, I'm talking about a long-running TV show on the BBC that has new episodes coming soon. I didn't plan it, I promise, but I want to talk about Line of Duty. And like with everything that I say about a long-running TV show, I could, do a season a week and really draw it out, but I'm not going to do that. This is going to be a bit of an overview because I spoke to a good friend of mine, and during that conversation I mentioned we were watching Line of Duty, my partner and I, and his eyes lit up and he was like, oh my god, someone else has seen it, because no one else he'd spoken to had any idea of what it was. So I'm not sure if this is a niche thing or if he just has a bunch of friends who don't watch good TV. Let me know in the comments, please, if this is new to you or not. But I'm going to be careful about spoilers, but I may do a spoiler warning towards the end because there are a few things I want to talk about. But the main drive of this is you have an anti-corruption unit seeking out corruption, it's in the title, in the police force. And over the series, as it goes on, there's more sort of conspiracies and things call forward and call back. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of foreshadowing that if you're attentive, it's rewarding. I've said before, sometimes you'll watch a film or a show and you'll have figured out where the twist is going. But if you can still enjoy the journey, it's not a loss. And Line of Duty has that. There's some things I guessed, there's some things I didn't. That conversation I had with a friend, we were talking about the H thing and the fourth man. And I said, I think it might be a certain person. And then we watched the most recent episodes up to date. And I went, oh my God. It was so obvious, actually. And he did give me some clues to who it was, and I think that helped me figure it out, but I wouldn't have seen it perhaps without that. But the main drive of this is three main leads, and that's Martin Compston, Vicky McClure, and Adrian Dunbar. They are the core throughout the entire show. And yeah, got people who come in and come out, like Craig Parkinson as Dot, etc. Keely Hawes stays around for a bit, but a lot of the time it's almost anthology-like, but not quite. Each series is a specific case. You've got Daniel Mays and one, you've, like I say, Keely Hawes, Lenny James. Those are like the main people being investigated. But like I say, there is this building narrative of it's not just one bad cop. It's a network and there's organised crime behind it. And it's so enjoyable to watch. And I'm not really going to say much more. I think I want people to experience this for themselves. But I am going to say two things that might be considered spoilers. So if you haven't watched it and you want to go in completely fresh, I've been very careful. Go and have a look at it and then maybe come back and see what I say about the other bits. But that out of the way, I want to get the funny thing out of the way first, because when I was looking at the cast list for each series, I noticed a name and I'm like, I know I mentioned before the whole traitors analogy to this, but this also links to Everyone Else Burns, because Arsha Ali plays Harry Baines in the one with Will Mellor and Daniel Mays. And I didn't clock. Normally me, who's very good at faces, I didn't clock it was the same guy, because Elder Sampson is a very different character. But I thought that was quite funny. But the other one was, yeah, like I say, the identity of the fourth man. That whole thing that was building and building and building. I liked how it did it. And like I say, when my friend was telling me, it's like, well, it's a guy, and he's been in from like maybe third season or something like that. And I was trying to piece it together, and then I was watching it, and I went, oh, I think it's Buckles. And I kept that to myself because I didn't want to spoil it for my partner. So she watched all throughout, and I went, did you think it might have been him? And she was like, no, not really. They hit it really well. I still enjoyed the moment, like I said before. I still enjoyed the moment, even knowing how it was going to pan out. That says just how good the writing is. Now, of course, Series 7 is going to be a bit different because of the shake-up of AC-12. It's going to be slightly different. Is it going to be as good? Time will tell. Like I say, there may be a follow-up video, but for now, those are my thoughts on Line of Duty. Did you guess any of the twists? Do you think it's quite niche yourself? Is this a surprise that someone's actually doing a video on it? Let me know all of that below in the comments, but until next time, as always, thank you for watching, and take care.